Well, I'm ready to spray. It's all prepared and wrapped in plastic and level, and I've covered up all the light bulb sockets with old bulbs and taped everything over. And I have a Tyvek suit, protective mask, gloves, goggles, the whole 9 yards. So I'm using the 2K Spray Max. This is what's recommended. It's an automotive 2-part clear coat. And there's an activator there in the bottom. So I had a fan running to draw air through, but the problem with it is it was collapsing my paint booth. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use that. So my backup plan is I'm just going to tape this closed when I'm done to prevent any dust or bugs from getting in there. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. And here we are the next morning after applying the clear coat to the robo-war. I have to say I'm really impressed with the outcome. This was only 5 coats and let it cure overnight. It is dry to the touch. I can't reassemble anything yet. It's going to take a couple of weeks until it's hard enough to actually screw down the posts and things like that. But the gloss that I've gotten already is just really impressive. I'm very happy with this result. Now, you might be able to see that where all of the inserts are, there is a bit of a step. And I kind of expected that I was going to have that result. Unless I really apply a lot more clear to all of these areas that have an insert, and then sand, and that would be a really long process. Instead, I already have a playfield protector, which is a very thin piece of strong plastic that will go over top of the whole playfield, and it will protect the playfield from wear, and it'll make a perfectly smooth surface. Because now, even though you see a gloss reflection on this clear coat, every place where there's an insert where I had to cut out that white section, you remember where I had to remove that and then put a waterslide decal, there is a little bit of a lip there. And as the ball travels over that, it's not going to roll smoothly. So what I could do is I could put clear over all of the inserts, and you'd actually have to spray the clear into like a cup and then use a syringe to fill in these areas. And then when it's cured, you would have to wet sand this whole thing to get it perfectly flat. I'm not going to go that far because, again, I already have a playfield protector I bought in Germany. I'm going to put over this thing, and it's going to give me the perfectly smooth playfield that I'm after. This clear coating has given me, it's locked the artwork and the waterslide decals down, which was the most important thing here. I made the mistake on my high speed when I put a playfield overlay on that I did not clear coat over top of it, and eventually the overlay started to lift, and I had a really bad result with that. So I don't foresee that that's going to happen on this robo-war. And over here in the shooter lane, I mean, you see a little bit of eggshell. There's a little bit of, or not eggshell, excuse me, a little bit of orange peel finish to this. Again, I would have to wet sand this all, and I don't think I'm going to go that far with it. The intent here was to get the game a lot better than it was and save this, and I'm really happy. really happy right now with the result. Because there are no playfields in the world for robo-war that I can find, and nobody's making a reproduction of this, so this is probably the best outcome that I could have expected for a machine that probably would have ended up getting parted out or going in the trash. So I have to let this cure for a couple of weeks, and while I'm waiting, as you see, I started to repaint some of the red here on the side art. I'm not going to do too much with the yellow because yellow is a very difficult color to match, and I did already try on the other side here to touch up the yellow, and it's really tough. And in my lineup, you're not even going to see the side art anyway, so I'm not going to go overly crazy here. I wanted to, this was really dirty on my machine and, you know, discolored from the sun. So I tried to just even out the red, and I haven't even gone in between inside the robot here because that's just way too much. I did repaint the whole front. I removed the coin door, removed all the buttons and the shooter rod, and I repainted the red and did all the key lining here. And then I polished the shooter rod up and replaced the springs. And I might paint this silver here. The chrome is actually, the finish is kind of chipped off here. Maybe I'll paint that black, I'm not sure. Or I might just leave it the way it is. I mean, it's okay. Still got a couple things. I'm going to clean up these buttons here, remove. This rail would be a pain to remove because these look like nails. They're not screws holding that in, so I'm not sure if I can really pull that off easily. Maybe I can just put some Mother's metal polish on this, leaving it in place, and I'll do that. Over the past couple days, I did repaint the back box, side art on the back box, and did some repairs on the inside of the back box here. I still need to finish painting here, so I'll lay a cloth over this and probably continue to paint. I'm going to paint the inside here, clean that up a little bit, and then probably remove this strobe panel from the back, repaint the black, replace the bulbs with LEDs, and then perhaps clean that plastic, or I can replace it with a new piece of acrylic to make it really pop. So that's where we're at with the cabinet. And I also started cleaning up the legs. They're floating around here somewhere. They're quite rusty. So a little bit of Coca-Cola and some aluminum foil. I'm going to try to get those clean. I could paint them or replace them, but I'm not trying to pour a whole lot of money into this machine. But yeah, from where we started, it's all smiles here. I think we've got I can see the finish line, and probably in about another 3 weeks of work, and she'll be in the lineup in the house. So thanks for following along with the project, and stay tuned. Here in another couple of weeks we should have it wrapped up.